Welcome back to the Who's Cares podcast. It's Lynden.
And it's Payton.
We've been gone for a little bit, haven't we?
Yeah.
Well, I've been moving. I'm in my new house, so peep the new setup, as Peyton said.
Yeah.
He likes the new setup. But how you been?
I've been all right.
But things been going good?
For the most part, yeah.
What you been up to?
Mostly work.
Mostly work. Oh, I forgot. What's the drinks today?
Drinks today? I have a Bang Cherry Blade Lemonade.
Ooh, that one's good.
It is good.
That one tastes like the blue Scooby Snacks. From the fruit snacks?
Yeah, it does, really.
I'm drinking Casey's brand apple juice. It's really good.
They do have good apple juice.
Well, they actually have a at the store you can get 2 things of the juice for like $2.50. And they come in 12 ounce bottles, so like that's a decent amount of juice. And they're not too sugary. I say that as they have 34 grams of sugar in it. Bang shouldn't have any.
I don't think it does.
No, Bang doesn't have any sugar in it.
No sugar.
Just meth.
I wish. I'm kidding.
No, like today's world, like back in World War II, they give the meth chocolate to the Germans.
Yeah.
They give the meth energy drinks to our soldiers.
Starting this episode out strong, not even 5 minutes in, and talking about giving meth chocolate and meth energy drinks to soldiers.
Hey, man. I mean, it was a good tactic back in World War II.
Yeah, I mean, the guy, what was it? He was went 80 kilometers on a pair of skis, ate nothing but pine buds and a blue jay he caught.
He Ozzy Osbourne, that freaking bird, dude.
Yeah.
He launched it. Then you think though, they had to create the best soldiers.
Yeah. Have you seen the picture of that guy?
I think so.
His eyes are the eyes of a man who looked God in the face and laughed.
I think if I saw it, I'd definitely be like, oh yeah, I've seen that photo.
I will pull that up. Hold on.
Sorry for this audio only podcast. We're pulling up a photo.
Yeah.
What's his name?
I don't know his name, so I'm just gonna look up soldier.
Soldier who's seen God in the face and laughed.
Chocolate.
You could probably look up Soldier Meth Chocolate, and I bet you his name pops up.
Oh, it did.
Oh, you looked up Soldier Meth?
Yeah, his name was, I'll probably butcher, Amo Allen Koivunen. He's a Finnish guy.
Koivunen.
Yeah.
I know a little Swedish.
It's Finnish.
Oh, well, I think that's racist.
That's the picture.
Dude, he looks like... That dude got one big forehead.
The forehead's the thing you notice, and not
dude,
the eyes are 6 times what they should be.
Dude, his forehead looked like a curved steel plate.
After taking everyone's meth chocolate, because he ate his entire platoon or whatever's allotted amount, because he was the one holding it and got separated from it.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say he ate his soul, he ate his brethren.
No.
That's what that meth chocolate be doing to you. It makes you eat your...
Someone put
Oh, okay, Peyton. We can't stop looking at photos on an audio only podcast.
I know, it was just too funny not to.
It was an edit of him actually on meth.
They did some actual tweakers eyes and mouth on his face.
He looks like a decent guy though.
Yeah.
He looks a lot like a Ralph something. The Rocky movies, the big German guy.
I think it's Dolph Lundgren or something.
Yeah,
like that.
Dolph Lundgren. Yeah, something like that.
He kind of does.
He kind of does. I wonder if there's any relation.
I'm gonna find that out later.
See, I was gonna say something bad, but I'm not gonna say something bad because I'm trying to make this more of a clean podcast.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was gonna say that. Okay, I'm just gonna skip past that.
Well, it's possible. I think Dolph was Russian, and that guy was Finnish, and Finland and Russia are pretty close. And...
Speaking of Russia, what do you feel about the war brewing?
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Any thoughts?
I'm happy I can't be drafted.
Oh wait. No, they wouldn't bring back the draft.
They might.
What?
Depends on how it goes. If we actually get into an actual war, they might. It'd be a few years, but
I'd be a horrible soldier. Not because like I'm not physically fit, like I'm training for a marathon right now, but like I just don't have the will. I'm not. I'm not a love. Oh my god. I'm a fight. I'm having a strong. I am a. Oh my god.
You're a lover, not a fighter.
Yeah.
That's what you're trying to spit out there.
Yeah, and I also can't speak.
I mean, that's what basic training is for.
What? And I don't do good with people yelling at me. Not like I'm like, oh, I'd smack the crap out of someone who talk to me like that. Nah, dude, I just break down and cry.
But yeah, I mean, it's just
like
basic training is to break you down and make you nothing more than a tool.
Girls already do that.
Accurate, but
accurate, yeah. Oh, so what you're saying is the Army's a bad relationship.
The Army is a toxic boyfriend.
Boyfriend?
You heard me.
The Army's gay?
Yeah. Not really. We support our troops.
Hey, actually, I buy Black Rifle Coffee Company. Like everything, like merch. I buy the bags. Like I actually collect the coffee bags and stuff.
I drink so much Bang coffee doesn't work for me anymore, so I don't buy coffee anymore.
You know that I heard that Under Armour doesn't support the military.
Really?
Yeah.
That's weird because wasn't that their thing for a while?
I own a shirt that has an American flag on it. That's an Under Armour shirt. So like I'm kind of confused, but I did hear this from my mom at a Kohl's.
Okay, so that's 50-50 information. Could be true, could not be.
50-50 is generous to my mother.
Okay. Oh.
She's a Facebook mom.
Oh, ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
She probably saw it on Facebook that Under Armour didn't support the military. And she probably burned my brother's Under Armour clothes.
Possibly.
Did you hear about they were burning Carhartt?
Yeah, I did hear that because
I don't know why.
It was something to do with the vaccine. I think they did like a mandate or something for the company, like saying if you wanted to work there, you had to get vaccinated or something like that. Might have been the other way around. I don't know. I don't know the whole story. I just know the barest like glimmer that I've read from headlines that I scrolled past to look at more funny memes.
Do you understand how like expensive Carhartt clothes are?
I do. I used to have Carhartt jackets.
Like I own a hoodie that costed me like $40.
Yeah, it's like,
and like
don't burn your fucking Carhartt. Give it to me, bro.
Give it to homeless people, dude.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, because that's good.
Yeah, give it to people that actually need the clothing, like small kids or less fortunate. Like it's like someone has a crappy Walmart $12 coat that barely keeps them warm because they can't afford it, and you're out here burning your $120 overalls and stuff because of a vaccine.
Yeah. It's
if you don't want to support a company that is doing a a vaccine mandate, just you don't have to buy it.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't freaking burn it.
Yeah, and the thing is, if you're burning it, it means you already either bought it before or you bought one specifically to burn. If you already bought it, that money's already been to the company, already spent, already done with. If you bought it just to burn it, you're still buying it from them. If you
bought Carhartt just to burn it, you're dumb.
That's the fucking stupidest thing you could fucking do.
Seriously, like, I don't understand. I don't understand it either, because, like, let people, like, companies, if they want to make a vaccine mandate, it's whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
don't go work for them. Don't buy their clothes, but like, it's dumb to go and burn stuff that like other people could use.
Yeah.
Or it's just a freaking clothing brand.
Yeah, it's not like, burning it is making a statement. The statement is that you're fucking stupid.
Just wear it. Shut up.
Yeah, you've already spent the money on it. Don't buy it anymore from them.
Literally, I wear Carhartt, and I heard, if that's true that they had a vaccine mandate, it literally does not change anything because I don't care about it.
Yeah.
I don't work for Carhartt, so it doesn't affect me. If it does affect you, like if you work for Carhartt, like I understand that. But like the average 40-year-old country family,
the ones that buy Carhartt,
it doesn't affect them that much.
Yeah, I mean, Carhartt might lose some workers because they quit, which is the right of the workers. If they don't agree with the policies that the company puts out, they don't have to work there. They can get a different job.
Now, here's this. Did Trump also burn Carhartt?
I don't keep up with the stuff Trump does anymore.
I feel like if a bunch of rednecks were burning Carhartt, I have a feeling it's because like Trump did it.
I feel like Trump would have to either have bought or owned a Carhartt, and I don't feel like he's the kind of guy who would have had one.
I don't feel like he would, honestly. I don't think he would have owned one either.
Yeah, he's too, like, big business city guy.
Dude, well, I heard, like, Donald Trump would eat McDonald's every single day.
Yeah, he
ate like a fish fillet or like a Big Mac or something.
He ate something like almost every day. He had the Diet Coke button in the Oval Office.
Yeah. You know how much Diet Coke that man's drank if he has a button for it in the office? Right. If you could have a button in the Oval Office, what would you have?
Chocolate milk.
Chocolate milk?
Or Bang. But that's because I have a physical addiction to Bang now.
Yeah, like if you don't drink, if he stops drinking it, his kidneys hurt.
Yeah, it's fucked up, but I love it.
Yeah, your body's like that's its water.
Yeah, my body has.
Your body no longer retains water. It is only Bang energy. Like what's that? Like 63% of your body is water.
Yeah.
Yeah, that 63% is Bang.
You know, I wouldn't doubt that.
Oh, okay. So chocolate milk, I don't even know. That's a hard. It'd be a hard choice between like a coffee drink or like a hot. Oh my. Okay. Honey lemon hot tea.
Oh, just the button, press it.
Button and like someone brings me immediately. Like it's always on go.
At that point, just get a Keurig.
No. I don't want to wait. Boom. I want to press the button,
and then they just bring one.
Someone just immediately brings one.
Okay.
Like we always have like a hot tea kettle on deck.
Wait a minute. Why did he have a button installed whenever he could have just as easily had a mini fridge installed with like cans or bottles of Diet Coke?
Because it's the President of the United States. He shouldn't have to reach down and grab a can of Coke.
I guess.
Or like open the door. No, there's people for that. Somebody got paid by Donald Trump to bring him Diet Cokes.
You know, I wouldn't mind that job. That'd be...
I wouldn't either.
Yeah, you'll probably get paid like 6 figures to do that because it's government.
I don't know if 6 figures.
You probably get paid 6 figures and have health insurance.
I'd say, definitely health insurance. But I'm saying definitely like I'd say somewhere around 80,000.
Yeah, that's well. You also got to take into account they're living in DC. The cost of living in DC is ridiculous.
Okay, but like, I make significantly more than 80,000.
Damn. Lucky.
And wait, more? I say less.
You said more.
Oh, significantly less than 80,000, and I'm doing just fine.
Yeah, but here a bottle of water is like $1. In DC, it's like 15.
That scales up nicely to $80,000 a year.
15 times more?
Oh my god. I'm gonna actually do the math.
I don't know if it's actually 15 times everywhere. Just I've been to DC a grand total of 1 time, and I know things were ridiculously expensive.
So 80,000 divided by 52. Would that be for the checks?
If you get paid weekly,
it's $1,500 a week.
Yeah,
that's
okay. That would make sense for DC.
And then you times that
by whatever
4. You're making $6,000 a month.
Yeah,
that's a decent.
Yeah, especially around here.
Okay, so then let's say okay, let's say in your ballpark for a guy that's handed Donald Trump a Diet Coke, what's he making? Because you said 4. You said
I said 6 figures.
So what was your ballpark?
I don't know. I'm just making a comment on government spending here. I mean, the Air Force did spend like, what was it, like $100,000 on a coffee cup?
Wasn't it like really cool though?
That does not justify that.
So what you're saying is you would not buy a $100,000 cup?
No.
If I had the money to spend, I would.
I would go out, chop down a tree, and carve myself a cup before I spent that much on a cup.
People would probably spend at least $100 on that wooden cup you just carved.
Business idea? Question mark.
Hey man, anything's a side hustle. You good? You coughing a lot?
Yeah, it's just the time of the year. I have bad lungs.
Smoking all that koosh.
I wish. No.
That's sus, bro.
It's legal here.
Gonna have to report you to the feds. Oh God, you've doxed us.
Oh, we've already said where we live.
Have we?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna dox myself now. I moved.
Well, we didn't give like an exact
I moved.
address.
You'll never find me.
Still in the same state.
Nah. Liquid.
You're a liquid now.
Yeah.
Sounds like you're the one smoking the kush, not me.
No, I'm in a different state now.
Yeah.
Next week I'll be in gas.
After that, are you turning it into plasma?
No.
Or are you going to go back to your roots and go back to solid?
Back to solid.
Oh.
It's an endless cycle. Whenever I die, I'll go plasma.
Oh, nice. You could make a religion out of that.
You can make a religion out of a lot of things.
If you think about it, like, you're solid while you're alive. When you die and start decomposing, you do turn kind of liquidy. And then, of course, that evaporates into a gas. So, theoretically, if there is an afterlife, plasma?
So, theoretically, what you're saying is, I am the water cycle.
Yes.
You know, I think I should get a Nobel Prize.
Yeah.
For this. Humans are the water cycle. We are living water cycles. What do you guys say to that, Bill Nye? What do you guys say to that, Bill Nye? Come on this podcast and debate me in science. I know you're a fake.
Yeah, doesn't he has like 1 degree and it's in mechanical engineering?
Yeah, he's not even a scientist.
And then Dolph Lundgren, I think it was him, has like 4 or 5 degrees in sciences.
See, I used to love Bill Nye, and then
Bill.
He was just like, it was such disappointing. Actually, it's kind of weird. I used to go to a church like an hour away from here with my stepdad's previous wife's family. And there was one time, there was an actual event, I'm not lying to you, that it was Bill Nye versus Christianity.
Yeah, there's been a few of those. He does that more often than he should.
Yeah, and there was one in this town I went, and like my church was advertising it.
And no one JFK'd Bill Nye. That is surprising.
So you can't say this stuff because like it could happen.
It could, but I'm not saying it should. I'm just saying it's surprising it didn't.
If it happens, you're going to be a prime suspect.
No, I'm not. I don't even own a firearm, allegedly.
I don't own a firearm either. That's because I'm young and I spend my money on other things like fancy cereals.
And Warhammer.
Yeah, and Warhammer.
The most I have is my air rifle.
You have that crossbow.
I do have the crossbow. I had a dream that someone broke into my house, so I've been sleeping with it under my bed, cocked and loaded. If someone comes into my house, they're getting shot. I don't care who they are at this point.
I'm kind of scared now. I've been in your house a few times while you were asleep.
Yeah, that's probably not the safest thing to do at this point.
Well, I no longer have to go to your house while you're asleep.
That's very true.
The only time I had to do that was whenever I was getting internet put in my new house, and they didn't tell me I needed the router and the modem, and I had to go over to your house while you were dead asleep, and I took my modem.
Fair.
And I was like, well, I can't text them and be like, hey, I need to come over.
Yeah, because I was asleep because
passed out.
I'm nocturnal.
Yeah, so I was just like, well, we just got to deal with it.
Yeah. I honestly forgot I had to get one too. I think I still have that old one though that was left at the house, like whenever I moved in. You know the one I'm talking about?
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, that random one that we found like in a cabinet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think I still have that one. I think I'm just gonna have them use that if it's up to date. Like if it's good enough.
Interesting.
If not, well, I'm fucked.
You'll have no internet.
Yeah, because they're supposed to come over tomorrow to.
Oh, really?
Yeah, to get it hooked back up at my house.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's nice having internet.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I've been interested in something lately.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I watched this guy. His name was Bobby Bass on TikTok and on YouTube, and he's a pure bass singer.
Oh.
Yeah, and I'm really gotten into like bass singing because I'm actually getting ready to go to college this fall, and I'm gonna be hopefully on a choir scholarship and a band scholarship. So I've been kind of like trying to get back into choir. You know, like actually like doing not just like singing with the radio, but like actually singing.
Yeah.
And I guess I'm kind of like a tenor or a baritone.
Something like that.
Yeah, like I'm not a bass at all, but it is fun to mess around with bass notes and seeing that. Like it's just like, oh man, it brings back all the times I sang in choir in school and whatnot. And of course, I write music and stuff on my own, so it's always nice to hear vocalists that are so good.
Yeah,
I love hearing good voices.
I used to be in choir back in junior high.
Really?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have expected that.
I was in band and choir.
I knew you were in band.
Yeah.
But
well, I started hating band, but my parents wouldn't take me out of it, so I just started sleeping through it.
I remember that.
Yeah. I think the teacher started to hate me because of that, but I'm okay with that.
Yeah, you eventually got out of band.
Yeah. Once high school rolled around, my parents finally were like, yeah, he's not doing it anymore.
Yeah.
I actually liked choir, though. Choir was fun. I just didn't do it during high school because I had so much other stuff I had to do.
Yeah, like chemistry and Scholastic Bowl.
Oh, yeah. I love Scholastic Bowl, though. I need to get onto a trivia team.
I was not good at Scholastic Bowl at all. I was in it for 2 years.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I was in it. I was good at it.
Well, yeah, you're pretty trivial.
Yeah. You would have known some of the guys that were on the team. You remember Clint? He was on the team with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
these people don't know Clint.
I know. I'm saying you know Clint.
Though. I do know Clint.
Yeah, Clint is a friend of mine that I've been friends with since like 4th grade.
We both been friends with Clint for a while. I actually saw him at a Mexican restaurant.
Oh yeah.
And I waved at him. He didn't wave back.
You should have kicked his ass for dropping the D&D campaign out of the blue.
He went to college.
So.
But like I was kind of like, hey, and he just never, like he didn't respond. I was like, oh, that's weird. Okay, Clint, I see how it is.
Yeah. But him, and then I don't know if you knew it. It was Sam.
Yeah, I know Sam.
You know Sam?
I do know Sam.
Yeah, he was also on the team, and for a while it was just us 3 on the varsity team, and we kicked ass.
I love it whenever you don't bring a full Scholastic Bowl team to a meet.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, ho, ho, we're going to beat them. Especially like the first few games.
Yeah.
And then you just stomp them.
I was horrible. Me and my ex-girlfriend, we did Scholastic Bowl. I want to say it was my junior year. And it turned out, I was horrible at it. Like, not that I don't know like a lot of random topics or something like that. I'm not quick.
Yeah.
I don't have that mental quickness, like, and too much science and math and.
Yeah. It's pretty common knowledge I'm awful at math. I'm really awful at it. I am thankful for Sam and Clint being on the team because whenever we get a math question, I just put my buzzer down. It's like, I'm not even going to try.
Yeah, Clint and Sam had it.
Yeah. I think they're both doing engineering school now. So
that doesn't surprise me.
But I will say, one of my proudest things is there were several meets where, so to preface this, I am really good at mythology questions.
Me too.
And it got to the point where whenever we would go to meets, the other teams would put their buzzers down whenever the topic was announced that it was mythology because I knew I would get it. Just my goal every time was to get it before they finished the first sentence. And most of the time I did.
What was your favorite mythology to learn about?
My favorite mythology, just for the sheer storytelling aspect of it, I really like Norse mythology.
I knew you'd say that.
Well, I'm a Midwestern white guy. Of course I like Norse mythology.
Yeah. Least favorite?
Least favorite? I gotta say Roman, but that's just because most of it's a ripoff of Greek. It's literally the same stories with different names. For the most part, there was a couple, like, the stories of Romulus and Remus, the founding of Rome, but other than that, it was like the exact same stories.
Yeah, I absolutely hate Egyptian mythology.
Egyptian mythology, it's fun,
no.
But, there's just so many time periods in Egypt, and every, city had their own version of it. They had their own, big three gods or whatever. It just got so confusing that it was hard to keep them straight.
Dude, it all revolved around the Nile River.
Well, yeah, I mean...
everything did.
You're in the middle of a damn desert. Of course, the only source of water is going to be a point of worship.
This wasn't fun. I mean, yeah. I love... I grew up... I was one of those kids that, owned all the Percy Jackson books.
Yeah.
And then the Heroes of Olympus books were so cool. Oh, those were all so good.
I have read almost everything Rick Riordan has published.
Yeah.
Except I have not read the Trials of Apollo, that series he released.
I read that.
Was it any good?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I might have to pick it up sometime.
Yeah, the Trials of Apollo was great. It's because, Apollo, he gets turned back and he turns mortal.
Yeah, I know, that part of it.
Oh, it's so cool.
And
it's good. It's decent.
Yeah. What I really like is his take on mythology. How all the gods exist. They're just different aspects of the same god.
Mm-hmm.
That is one thing I really admire about his works, that he can make that shared universe and have it make sense. In that universe, of course.
Oh, yeah. He's Rick Riordan. He's a very good author.
Oh, yeah.
I genuinely did enjoy his books as a child. It was a big part. Because, there was, the Harry Potter kids, and then there was the Percy Jackson kids.
Yeah.
And there was the Goosebumps kids.
I was all three.
I do not like Harry Potter.
The books are so much better than the movies.
The only thing that's good about the movies is Emma Watson.
After a certain point, yeah.
Whenever I was a kid, Emma Watson the entire time. But as of now, whenever she's of age.
Nice save.
Yeah. Can't give me this time, Peter.
I think it's after the fifth movie. Something like that.
My kid crush was Emma Watson.
She had a glow up, dude.
And dude, she looked the same the entire time. She just got older. She just got the woman stuff to her. It was just as a little kid, growing up, it was every stage I was going through, that stage of Emma Watson was my crush.
That's fair. That's fair.
Goblet of Fire, she looked her best.
Yeah, I think that's the fifth. Yeah, that's the fifth movie.
Yeah,
so
it was a rough time for Lynden because I had such low expectations with the women around me because they were not Emma Watson from Goblet of Fire.
That is the fairest sentence I've heard tonight.
Sorry, but nothing. And I'm just gonna say, Emma Watson, if you ever hear this, you chose wrong. Because she's married.
Oh, she is?
Yeah.
Last I heard, she was self-partnered or some shit, whatever that means.
Emma Watson.
But are you trying to say Emma Watson should have picked you?
Yeah, she should have. She definitely should have chose me. Emma Watson is. Wait a minute. Leo Robinson.
Huh.
I'm gonna find out who Leo Robinson is.
You gonna try to dox him or something?
No, I don't know. I don't know who he is.
LMAO get doxed.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. This dude kind of looks good. Look at her. She's perfect.
It's okay, buddy.
Nah, I don't. Nah.
You'll find your Emma Watson one day.
No, I won't. I like redheads. She's not redhead. I'll find my redheaded Emma Watson one day.
That is a goal we can all aspire for.
Who do you like? What do you find in a relationship?
In a relationship?
Like, what's your woman type?
Dude, my standards are in the gutter for most of the time.
See, you immediately project your standards are absolute trash.
Yeah, they are.
I just need to know what you like. What do you find, like, what's your type in a woman? What do you like?
Female and has a pulse.
Didn't say what age.
I think it's implied.
Really nothing.
It's hard to think about. Like, I haven't really thought about, like,
I have.
You have?
Oh, dude, I've had like the same type my entire childhood. Like ever since I started dating.
Yeah.
Like I've had a type.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I have a type, but like I can't say what the type is because I haven't paid that much attention to it.
I could tell you mine now.
Sure, go on.
Redhead.
Well,
5'3".
Specifically 5'3".
Like around that, like that shortness.
Okay.
Athletic.
Okay.
Funny. Horrible attitude.
Horrible attitude.
Dude, like I need a mean woman.
Straight up toxic.
No, not like toxic, but like I need assertiveness. Like I need a woman.
You need a dom.
No. We're not going down this road. We're keeping this clean, and nobody needs to know that.
All right. The look he's giving me, guys, is hilarious.
Anyway, and like when it comes down to things, like I basically just need a best friend.
You know, that's a really good way to look at it.
Yeah, like I want someone that, likes being around me and like wants to be around me, and like I'm very low standard. I'm literally the lowest level of like, what's it called when you have to like take care of something?
Low maintenance?
Yes, I am very low maintenance. Literally just want to be with me, want to talk to me, and want to do stuff with me.
Yeah, I'm like that myself.
Like that's like my relationship tribunal. Like if they like you, they want to talk to you and they want to do things with you, it's probably going to be a good relationship.
Yeah.
That's probably a good woman.
My big thing is I want good communication. That is something I know.
Women do not do that good these days.
A lot of guys don't either, though.
See,
it's just because
I will say that guys do not do it either. People do not talk good these days.
I think it's because of social media.
It's so easy to talk to people now
on social media.
Yeah, but even then, whenever you talk to people, you don't even talk to them because it takes so long to text someone that like we literally, if we had texted out this entire conversation that's been a little over 35 minutes, it would have taken 2 hours.
Yeah, because you're going about your normal day. You're not sitting face to face having this conversation.
I hate that. I hate having to sit and wait for a response on a text message. Not that like it's like, oh, I need the instant stimulus of like text me, but it's like if I want to talk to someone, I want to talk to them.
Yeah, exactly. Like like you were saying, we would probably still be on the Meth Chocolate conversation if it was texting.
Yeah, and then like once you even have that, it's like you can't even get out full conversations because things happen during the day.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, you came back, and it's like, oh, I came back 6 hours later, ha ha ha, or something like that.
Yeah.
Or like you're like, hang on, I gotta stop the conversation. Something happened, and then you guys talk about that situation. Yeah. Like this, it's just I would much rather talk face to face.
And, of course, that happens. Texting and, DMing, whatever you want to call it, does have its really awesome benefits. You can keep communication up whenever you can't talk face to face.
Yeah, like at work or
but
working out.
Actually talking is
way better.
Yeah, it's so superior. And I know myself, like, whenever I've been in a relationship before, there was times where they, I would message them, they wouldn't message back or whatever. It was some of my old, like, long distance ones I used to have. And it's like, they message me like a couple days later. I'm like, what?
Bro, couple days later?
Yeah, it was awful and I was stupid.
Dang.
Well, that was with, whenever I was engaged.
Yeah,
that one was a bad relationship from the get-go. Even worse when I found out she was a Nazi, but that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day.
We'll let you tell that story one day.
One day.
I'll put it in the notes.
Imagine if she listened to this.
I don't think she will.
No, please God, don't.
I don't think she'll listen to this.
Yeah. But, it's just...
Want to dox her?
No.
Will you tell me off podcast?
What do you want to know? Like...
Okay, we'll talk about it later.
Later, okay.
Yeah. What do you want to know? I want to know her address, her name, her social security number.
Oh, I don't have her address saved anymore, but...
Aw.
But, it was one of those things where it's like, I hated that relationship, especially, like, looking in hindsight, because she wouldn't talk to me. Or when she did, it would be, like, little spurts of stuff.
Oh, my God. Yes. When there are people talk... Like, and that's the thing, too, is people... Like, some people don't have the time. Like, some people just don't have the legit effort to text a full sentence or have a full conversation over text.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to punch them in the throat.
Yes.
I'm thinking of someone very, very peculiar in my life that does this. That anytime I talk to her, I just want to strangle her through the phone.
Yeah, I know exactly how that is. And, I can understand some... Oh, excuse me. That bang is making me burp. And I can understand sometimes, that dry texting or whatever you call it. Sometimes that happens even inadvertently,
Oh my, yeah.
But it's just like, again, especially in a relationship, like, you wanted this like I wanted it. Why aren't you putting in the same effort?
Well, then that boils down to an entire thing of, like, people have different expectations, and you kind of just have to meet in the middle.
Yeah.
Because people are way different than other people. Like, what I want in a relationship and what I want in life is completely different from yours.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we are very different people when it comes to that.
Yeah, and, like, especially whenever it goes from, like, guy to girl,
mm-hmm.
that it's like, you're dealing with something completely different. Like, gay dudes have it good because guys know each other. Lesbians, they have it good because they know each other.
To an extent, yeah.
Guys are guys. Yeah. Guys will always be guys.
Yeah.
Girls, I'm not a girl, so I can't tell you how girls are.
Women are confusing, man.
If I knew the inner workings of a woman, I would win a Nobel Peace Prize.
I think any man who could figure out a woman, like, boil it down to her basic components.
The guy that ate the meth chocolate figured out women.
That's why he had that look in his eye.
That
was the look of
God.
That was the look of an enlightened man.
He went up to God and said, "I figured out women."
And then God was confused because even God doesn't know.
He doesn't even know. Yeah, it's all thanks to Eve eating that apple.
Yep.
Thanks. Now I have to work a minimum wage job. Thanks, Eve. We could be in the Garden of Eden.
Yeah, we could be like, snuggling bears.
Not dying. Literally in lore.
In lore.
In the Bible lore, we couldn't die.
Yeah, we couldn't die until we
before Eve ate that apple.
And everyone was just chilling around naked, like.
Dude. Like, it was just an apple. Yeah. Apples aren't even that good.
Well, it never specifically says it was an apple. That's just kind of one of the modern Christian traditions. I've studied this a lot.
Okay, what was it?
No one's really for sure, but there are certain biblical and I'm trying to think of the word for the Jewish Bible. The
Quran.
That's Muslim. I think it's like the Talmud or something like. I think it's like the Talmud or something like that.
Taliban.
No, Talmud.
The Taliban hate the Jews.
Yeah, but
it'd be pretty ironic if their Bible was named.
Basically, both Christian and Jewish scholars. There are some of them who believe it was actually something. It is a fruit that's on Earth anymore.
Kumquat.
Yes, the fruit of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil was a kumquat, but they actually think it's probably closer to like something like a pomegranate.
That's a bad fruit.
Pomegranates are good, dude.
If you could choose any fruit that had to be Eve's fruit she ate, what would you choose?
A tomato, because fuck
whole
her.
Pineapple.
We both went with fairly acidic fruits, so
acidic fruits are a lot better than like bitter.
Yeah,
like pomegranates.
I like sweeter fruits.
I like pretty acidic, like kiwis and pineapples.
Kiwis are good. I like blueberries and strawberries.
Oh, berries are good.
Berries are good,
but like too much seeds.
Yeah,
in the berries, it's just crunch.
Crunch. That's what I like the best about them, actually. The little tiny seeds crunching in my mouth.
Pause. Hey yo!
What's wrong with that sentence? If your seed crunches, there's an issue.
Hey yo! What made you go with that verse? Jesus Christ. Amen. All right.
What were we talking about?
We're talking about oh jeez, I can't remember. I'm only bad at like remembering because we get so off topic.
Yeah, we went from talking about relationships to what fruit you would have eaten.
What? That's quite the train. That's quite the trail.
Yeah,
the go down.
I'm sure it was a tomato.
No.
I can just imagine, Eve in the garden, butt naked.
Is it tomato, a fruit, or a vegetable?
Depends. Culinarily speaking, it is a vegetable. Botanically speaking, there is no such thing as a vegetable. It is a fruit. So
there you have it, non-believers.
Yeah. But I mean, just the thought in my mind of Eve butt-ass naked with a snake wrapped around a tomato vine going, hey, you should eat this. And then her picking a tomato and just taking a bite out of it raw. That just that image resounds with me.
I like to think that she had to eat through a pineapple. God didn't give her a knife.
And the serpent didn't tell her not to eat the pineapple skin. It was just like...
Yeah, she had to... Yeah, she had to like crunch through the pineapple. You gotta love it though.
Yeah.
They well, let's get back to the relationships talk because we'd gone off the rail.
Yeah, we had just a 10-minute conversation about that
about Adam and Eve.
Yeah, but
let's get those biblical listeners and those Christians
going back to what I was saying. Though.
Okay.
I really, a big thing for me in a relationship is communication.
Big.
If you want to date me, I want you to talk to me.
Obviously.
If you don't want to talk to me, don't date me. Let me go on to something different.
I will legit, if you give me the slightest bit of edge to start talking to you, I will talk to you until you leave. Or you physically show that you do not want me to talk to you anymore.
Yeah.
I literally will talk to anyone and anything that comes at me. one time I went to, like just a few months ago, I went to Indianapolis, Indiana for my grandmother's surgery.
Mm-hmm.
And there was this place, there was a diner, like a restaurant I went to. And I'm not going to lie to you. Like, I was sitting at a booth and a guy sat behind me. And me and him started talking. And that night ended with me sitting in his booth eating my food while we were talking.
Yeah.
I'll talk, like,
That's
I guess.
a way to make friends.
Yeah, he found out he was like a pastor and he was a firefighter. He had a wife from Russia. And I was like,
man bought his wife.
Yeah, he did.
That, I know a guy who has a wife from the Philippines, and I'm pretty sure he bought her.
Or him.
Maybe, who knows?
He does.
Yeah.
But
hey, more power to him if that's what he likes.
Yeah. But that's a big thing too, is just having that communication and being able to vocalize, like, everything that's good, everything that's bad, and stuff like that.
One thing, before I get into another relationship, I haven't been in one since the Nazi I mentioned, which has been, what month is it? It's February. It's been almost a year.
Yeah.
Which, that's not an issue. But the next relationship I get in, I want to make it clear from the get-go what I'm looking for.
I've written down.
Yeah?
I've written down everything I want in a relationship.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's a good thing to do.
Yeah. Yes, I feel like everyone that is wanting something, because I think everyone should be able to look at themselves and be able to write down what they want for themselves, not just in a relationship, but in life in general.
Yeah, that's really good advice.
Whenever last year, whenever I ran a half marathon for like my 6th time, I had a time of almost 2 hours, under 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite a bit of mileage for under 2 hours.
Yeah, a marathon's what, like 26 miles or something?
Yeah,
like
a half marathon is 13.1 miles. Okay. And I told myself after I ran that half marathon, I said, all right, Lynden, you need to run a marathon. It's legit the next step.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like with relationships, you always have that next step. You always have that thing that you need, that you want. And I feel like everyone should be able to say, this is what I want from you. This is what I want from a relationship.
Yeah.
Because you're literally spending your time on Earth with someone.
Yeah. Yeah, I completely agree.
And if they're not worth your time, they shouldn't be using it.
Yeah, you should just move on.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's something I think a lot of people make that mistake, and they stay with someone that's not good for them for too long. I mean, like with me, I was engaged to a Nazi. Didn't realize she was for a while, but again, whole nother story.
That's something I say we're definitely have to hear about this girl, because I think it's pretty hard. I think it's probably pretty hard to hide the fact that you're a Nazi.
Well, we just never talked about it, and it's not like we saw anyone of a different race around here.
That's true.
Yeah,
but
we live in a very racially homogenous area.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I guess that would be a pretty good reason why you guys never talked about it. But it's kind of like one of those things. It's like, oh my gosh, I have a great story. Talking about things that you didn't know about. So whenever I was a sophomore in high school, I was talking to this girl that I found out something. I was like, I'll tell you the whole story. One day, I was going to a band competition about an hour away from me. I was in an honor band through a college.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I've done it 3 times. Not to flex or anything.
Brag.
Yeah, humble brag. I was in honor band 3 times. And I'd got done all day there. 5 o'clock. Rolls around. I know it's like 3 or 4, something like that.
Yeah.
And this girl I'm talking to, she's telling me, hey, I gotta go play a basketball game. And I'm like, where at? I'm getting ready to leave. Maybe I'll come see you. And she goes, blank, this town next to us, kind of next to us. It's an hour from where I lived. So I was like, oh. And this time I was like 15. And I looked at my dad and I go, hey, do you want to go to blank tonight? And he goes, why are we doing that for? I said, there may be a girl involved. And he said, let's go.
Your dad's a bro for that.
My dad was my ride or die man when it came to dating.
Hell yeah.
And I drove because I had my permit, so it was like good practice.
Mm-hmm.
I drove 3 hours from this college back home to an hour the opposite direction to meet this girl. I got to her basketball game at, let's see, it was the first game was over.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like a little bit into the first quarter of the varsity game.
Mm-hmm.
I get there. I am like, I made it. I'm going to meet this girl tonight. I was freaking out because 15-year-old Lynden was just happy to be there.
Yeah.
And I get up in the stands and I'm like, okay, which one is her? And I look and I go, oh, there she is. She's on the court and she's dribbling and she's playing. I'm like, oh, heck yeah. And my dad goes, no, she's not. She's on the bench. And I look over, and she's also on the bench. And I go, wait a minute. She has a twin sister.
Oh.
And she didn't tell me about this twin sister.
Oh.
So I am sitting there, and we've Snapchatted and we've talked. I don't know if we FaceTimed. Or not. Well, I don't really like FaceTiming.
Yeah.
And I am sitting there and I'm like, and we couldn't get any because like we were late, so there was no more pamphlets.
Yeah.
For the game or something. So we're sitting there and I'm like, I don't know which one is. I don't know who this girl is. I don't know which one it is. And I was trying, and we were sitting way high up, so I'm trying to look down, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go with that one, but I was kind of watching them both, and I said after the game's over, they're gonna go back into the dugout, and then or the locker room, and come back out to leave, and I'll go. I am just going to sit out in the middle of this basketball court, and I'm gonna wait until I think she comes out, and then I'll start screaming her name. So she comes out. So I'm sitting there. My dad's like, "I'm gonna go ahead and get the car started. Be ready. You take your time." I'm like, "Thanks, Dad." I give him, I give him a little skin with a handshake, and I'm sitting there, like I am so out of place. I'm literally in a school that I have never even heard of before.
Yeah.
And I am waiting for a girl that I have never met before. And I found out she has a twin sister.
Yeah.
So I was...
At that point, it's like throwing a dart at a dartboard and hoping it's the one you're meaning to talk to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pull out some of your hair.
Oh. I just pulled... Oh, wow. I just pulled out some of my hair by accident.
Huh.
Oh, crap. That's a lot of hair, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a good chunk, man.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Apologies for that. So I'm sitting there, and I see one of them. And to this day, I can't remember who I saw first. But I'm like, okay, I'm going to wait for both of them to come out, just so I can get the right one. Mm-hmm. So, boom. Two redheaded girls come out. And these women are short. Mm-hmm. These women are 5'3". A shorter blonde girl comes out. 4'10".
4'10".
Mom comes out. I know it was mom aftermath looking back on it because I've met them and all because I dated her.
Yeah.
Mom comes out and I go, oh, I can't. Oh, I almost said the name. I started screaming her name, and they kept on walking.
Oof.
And they were I was sitting literally like dead middle of the court, and I was looking at the locker rooms, and they were walking along the court towards the doors. And I started to get panicked. I was screaming her name. Like out, 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 like, and She walked out the door.
Oof.
And I sat there and I looked. I remember I was like, I'm not going to run after her.
That'd be creepy.
I drove 3 hours after being at a band competition all day.
Yeah, but a guy just chasing a person is kind of creepy, especially from their perspective.
I drove 3 hours to meet a girl, and I didn't even get to meet her.
Ooh, dude, that's rough. That is rough.
And I texted her when I got out to the car, and I said, and she texted me back. She was like, "Hey, game's done." I said, "I know. I was there." She slides up on my story. "You were there?" I said, "I told you I was going to drive 3 hours." And she goes, "Oh my God, I don't even know what to say." And I was like, nothing, because I didn't get to meet you. And she was like, "Oh." So
that's a big L.
Oh, dude, my dad was mad. He was like, "We drove all this way, and when you didn't even get to meet her." And I go, "And she has a twin sister." And I told her that. I was like, twin sister? And she's like, "Yeah, what about it?" And I go, "That's something you need to tell people when you're talking to them."
Yeah.
That's like me not saying, like, I have a handicapped dog.
Just imagine, you go to someone's house, they have a dog with, like, no back legs, but the wheels that they have.
It's like something you talk about. Like, that's something you have. If you talk to someone for 3 months and they don't talk about their handicapped dog, something's wrong with them. That's the same thing as talking about, hey, I have a person that was born with me at the exact same time. We're twin sisters.
Yeah, especially if you're going to visit them. Like, that seems like pertinent, need to know information.
If I'm going to date you, I need to know that there's a twin sister.
Yeah, because, like, what if you started hitting on the twin sister who didn't know you? And then she's like, and then...
Well, I'm sure I was known.
I would hope at that point.
Well, because, like, we texted for, like, 2 months.
Yeah.
Before I actually even met her.
Yeah, I would hope, but...
Well, after that night, I got to know the sisters real quick.
Yeah.
And we met. I met up with her the week after. Mm-hmm. I actually got to meet her, and I remember I made her a cute little sign that said "Go 30 something" with like I drew a really good basketball,
mm-hmm.
and then I had glitter paint.
Ooh.
So I glittered it all up, and got her some candy and stuff, and then I asked her out, and she actually asked me to a dance that night also.
Aww.
So it was like a classic. Was it like a teen romance?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that was the worst 3 months of my life.
That was a curveball.
Yeah, I drove 3 hours, one for every horrible month I had ahead of me.
It's like, tying it back to the mythology earlier, it's like some mythological hero, but instead of getting, like, going through 3 trials, but instead of getting rewarded, he just gets punished.
Yeah, that was the start. That was the start of a very long reign of bad girlfriends and bad relationships.
Oh, don't even get me started on bad relationships.
We don't need to hear all of yours, Peyton. That'd be another hour.
Probably more than that. Depends on what constitutes relationship.
But we're good friends now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad to hear it worked out in that sense. Sometimes people aren't meant to date. Sometimes they are. Sometimes they're not meant to date at that time.
Yeah. It's something, all right.
Yeah.
Well, do you want to keep on going, or do you?
I'm fine with keep going. If you are,
I've been liking this episode so far.
Yeah, this is a really good one. We're probably approaching the time we normally stop, but I'm fine with doing a longer episode tonight. Give our viewers a little treat.
Yeah, we've been gone. I think we can go another 30 minutes or something. You think?
Yeah, especially after the shortened Christmas episode. That was, I think we had an hour of dialogue originally, but only half of it got uploaded.
Well, that's because I edited out a lot of it because.
Yeah.
We couldn't legally release most of that episode.
We could. It's just
Morally, I couldn't release that episode.
Yeah, I was slightly...
Fighting Joe Rogan was pretty funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
But do you have any crazy relationship stories like that one? Like, more of like a, it's funny, but it hurt.
That's my entire love life, dude.
It was funny, but it hurt.
I have one that it's not really funny. It just hurt. I was dating this girl. We were dating for like 6 months, which for me is a really long time to hold down a relationship.
What's your longest relationship?
8 months.
8 months. Okay.
Yeah. Bad decisions all around the board.
Fair enough.
And she out of the blue one day broke up with me. Like, didn't really give a reason or anything.
They tend to do that.
Yeah. I was like, what's going on and all that. Turns out she was going to try to kill herself and didn't want to be the girlfriend that killed herself while dating me.
Oh.
Well, her mom finds her, gets her sent to, basically sends her to...
hospital?
Yeah, hospital. And then she spent some time in the psych ward because of that.
As she should have.
And then when she came out of it, I was there for her. Like, I was trying to talk to her, and she's like, hey, I have something to tell you. I met someone while I was there. She broke up with me, and then within a week, started dating a guy she met in the psych ward.
Those tend to be good relationships.
Yeah, and I was like, that's okay, I guess. Like
good for you.
Like, I still had a bunch of feelings for this girl.
And you're like, oh, well, I've had a incident with a woman.
Yeah. Well,
like that.
This is a girl where if she asked me out again, I should probably say no because she was crazy. But I probably wouldn't, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I do. I know exactly what you mean.
But, and we were like, well, okay, we'll try it out as friends. And like, she was talking about it, posting pictures of her with her new boyfriend. That hurt, You're
like, yeah, just kind of like a wooden cross in the heart if you're a vampire.
Yeah.
Just like,
and
it hurts you.
Like a couple weeks later, she broke up with him and was like, hey, I want you back. And I was like, I was still hurting. I still had, all these feelings for her. So of course I was like, yeah, whatever. Not like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, whatever. So it's get in the car.
Yeah, not like that. But I was like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So we start dating again. And she didn't try to kill herself again, but she did have another episode and broke up with me on Valentine's Day.
Oh, that's getting ready to come up. We gonna do a Valentine's Day special? Dr. Love?
I'm bringing a bottle of whiskey if we do. I will not be sober if we do a Valentine's Day episode. I refuse. No offense to you, because you're my friend, but if I'm hanging out with another dude on Valentine's Day, I better be drunk.
Valentine's Day is next Monday. I'll be working.
I'll probably be working too, if we're being honest.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I'm off that day. Huh. Well, I know the next day I'm sad drinking.
Hey, man. Valentine's Day is just another day.
Yeah.
Even whenever I was in a relationship, I've only actually celebrated like one Valentine's Day as a Valentine's Day.
Yeah. I'm lucky I don't have cable, because then it would just remind me. It's like, oh yeah, treat that person in your life that you love on Valentine's Day. I'm like,
Get that person you love a greasy fat bag of Long John Silvers.
Okay. But
man, are you sad and lonely this Valentine's Day? Yeah, you deserve it, you piece of crap. Come on down to the Joe's Crab Shack.
Why are you calling me out? But
I'm trying to act like the cable you don't have.
But yeah, so I'd be down to, I'd probably be down to do a Valentine's Day special.
We could buy chocolates.
We could give each other chocolates.
You want to be my Valentine's Day? You want to be my Valentine this year, Peyton?
I'll be yours if you be mine.
Hey, yo.
The look of realization.
Pause.
No.
Got that little sus over there, guy. This couch ain't big enough for the two of us. I might have to go over there and sit over there in that chair.
Oh,
see, what's funny is I'm going to edit this to act like you're gay. No, Peyton, I won't have sex with you.
Who was asking?
See, I'm going to edit that out. So like, I'm going to edit to where it says you say something suggestive.
Because
yes, like,
wonderful.
Yeah. That's going to be the comment after. No, Peyton, I want to have sex with you. Oh, yes, wonderful. I will say that I'm a sucker for Valentine's Day, but that's just because I like fancy chocolates.
Yeah, that's why the day after Valentine's Day is the best, because all of it goes on sale.
Yeah. Well, I like a certain kind of chocolate. It's like Stovenroth or something.
Yeah.
It's a Swedish milk chocolate with toffee bits in it.
Ooh.
Yeah. For Christmas 2 years ago, I got 12 bars of it.
Ooh.
And my girlfriend at the time, her family tried a bar and ate 6 before they gave it to me. That's how good the chocolate is.
Well, speaking of like, candies at Christmas, every year, everyone gives my grandpa a box of those cherry cordials. You know what I'm talking about? Like,
every old person eats those cherry. Those taste horrible.
Well, I like them. But here's the thing. He said something this year. Turns out he doesn't like them. He gets like 10 boxes every year. And he eats them. But turns out he doesn't like them. He just eats them because they're given to him.
It would have been great if you're like, he doesn't even eat them. Like, we see him throw it away every single year. And he just keeps on getting those boxes and boxes and boxes every Christmas.
Yeah, but
for as long as you've been alive, that man's gotten 10 boxes of those cherry things.
Yeah, but it's normally between 5 and like, I think the most I seen him get was like 16 one year.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
The man doesn't even like them.
Exactly.
That's funny.
And we didn't know that until this year. He didn't say anything about it until this year.
That's a good grandpa.
Yeah. And I still will get him a box next year because it's just tradition at this point.
Can't break tradition, Grandpa.
I'm sorry, Grandpa, but you have to eat the cherry cordials.
That's rough.
I aspire to be half the man my grandpa is.
Your grandpa's really tall.
No, I'm taller than him, actually.
Yeah,
he's like 5'10".
You said you aspire to be half the man your grandpa is. He's just like 8 foot tall.
You were talking about earlier how, like, your dad was your wingman.
Yeah.
I didn't know my biological dad growing up.
Yeah.
That's its whole own story that will not get shared on this podcast.
I wasn't going to bring it up.
Yeah. I think you know some of the fucked up shit. I think I've talked to you about it.
Sorry, I'm yawning. Yeah.
And then I had my stepdad, my first stepdad, he
wasn't much of a wingman.
He was an idiot.
Not much of a wingman.
I was in first grade.
I never said my father was smart.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, my first stepdad.
No, my dad's smarter.
I was in first grade and having to explain the concept of parallel lines to this man. I found out later on that day, not that day. Well, it happened that day, or that night, I should say, that he woke up in the middle of the night and was like, train tracks! It's like train tracks! Because he realized the concept of parallel lines in his sleep after having a first grader explain it to him. He wasn't much of a father figure either because of that.
Are you sure this man wasn't like a dumb scientist?
I don't know.
Like he had stupid concepts that eventually led to like dark matter.
The man put mayonnaise on bananas. And enjoyed it.
Yeah, that's one bona fide retard.
And then I had my current stepdad, And I love the man, but I fucking hate him. You know how that is, right?
Touche.
But throughout my entire life, my grandpa's been there, and he was kind of my father figure for a lot of it.
So your grandpa was your wingman?
Not really. It was never like the relationship side of things, but he was that male role model I had in my life. And, you know, I'm really thankful I had him and still have him. You know, if there's something I need advice on, I will be a million times more likely to call him than my stepdad.
I called J.G. Wentworth.
877 cash now.
877 cash now.
You know, that's how you can learn your get into that bass singing. Just the J.G. Wentworth jingle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have human livers and I need cash now.
Ayo.
Call J.G. Wentworth.
How many human livers do you have?
12.
That's 11 more than people should have.
I'm built different.
All the empty space in your body is just extra livers.
It is him. Alcoholism.
So many livers, the alcohol doesn't even affect you.
Yeah, man. It is him, the drunken sailor. Share a picture of the drunken sailor to get blessed with the 11 livers.
11 extra livers.
Yeah, no, buy the 11 livers.
Is the 11 livers some kind of god now? Some eldritch being that grants you extra livers?
Grants you extra alcohol resistance. It's a trinket.
You know, in my next D&D game, I'm gonna make that a magic item.
The 11 livers?
Yeah, the ring of 11 livers.
No, the satchel of 11 livers.
Yeah, that could work.
The toe ring of 11 livers. The fanny pack of the 11 livers.
Yes.
It's made of 11 livers. From rats.
From rats.
Yeah, squeak squeak.
Squeak squeak. Oh. Why do we always get on the topic of rats in one way or another?
Rat milk, rat fucker.
Yeah.
I heard you're a rat.
Hey, are you a rat? I did finally find the screenshot that I was telling you about. I sent it to you.
Yeah, I saw it. It was funny.
Yeah. There's just so many weird things with rats, man.
Okay, I'm done talking about rats. No offense.
Oh.
I don't want to talk about rats anymore. We're talking about rats every episode.
I got one more thing about rats.
All right.
Do you remember the video I told you I saw the other day?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Tell him.
So, this guy took a rat and duct taped it to a hand grenade and then pulled the pin and threw it and blew the rat up. I didn't know what I was watching at first. I was like, wait, what? Is that rat tied to a baseball? And then I watched him pull a pin and throw it, and I was already too deep into the video, and I was just like in shock there. Like,
I was too deep into the lore.
Yeah. I was like, this motherfucker just duct taped a rat to a grenade.
Tell him about the video you were watching today before you came over here.
Oh, so this guy had this egg, and it was one of those eggs where, like, you know, they cut the top off so they could watch the embryo form.
Yeah.
And I've seen it done with chickens.
Yeah.
So it hatched, and it came out, and I'm like, man, that's a weird fucking chicken. It had like a big ass beak. Its feet were longer. It's like it was all scraggly looking.
He built different.
Yeah, he built stupid. He was like, they took the IKEA instructions and built him backwards.
That's rough.
And like it had a time lapse going through like every time the bird would change.
Yeah.
And like it just like every time it was like, man, is this chicken getting more fucked up? And then, like, on day, like, 23, I noticed it had black feathers. I'm like, oh, it's a fucking toucan.
On day 23, a bowl of Fruity Loops came out of the corner. And you're like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
This ain't a chicken.
Yeah, I was like, but for like half this video, I was convinced this was some kind of fucked up chicken. And then, oh, it's a toucan. That makes a lot more sense.
Toucan. Nah, it was chicken.
Chicken the toucan.
But,
And my biggest question after watching that video is like, you can own a toucan? I didn't know you could own a toucan.
You can own a lot of things.
Yeah, legally though.
Besides what we're thinking.
I don't know what you're thinking.
Kangaroos.
I think you can as well.
Can you own kangaroos?
If you have a license, probably.
You can't own monkeys.
Certain places you can.
Like mostly though. Like,
yeah, mostly.
You can't own.
A lot of times, if you get like an exotic animal like that, you have to have a license. There are certain states where you don't have to have a license for certain animals. I found this out because there was a really point in time where I was like really into like I want to start a bear sanctuary.
I remember this.
Yeah, I was like really into that.
This is deep Payton lore from like 2016.
Yeah, something like that. And I was looking it up, and there's a lot of like not a lot, but there's a good number of states where you don't even have to have a license to own a bear. And I'm like, bruh. I'm like, and you can like train them like you do dogs.
I saw a video of a bear. He went into a house and shut the front door.
I saw a video of one where like he like started playing the piano. Not well because it's a bear. I mean,
he's trying his best.
Yeah, but yeah, he broke into these people's house. I don't know if like they left a door open. He fit through the fucking doggy door somehow. I don't know how.
I saw a video of a bear. He got his head stuck in the doggy door, and it's just poorly edited where like he's crying.
I saw a similar one too. It was just a meme where it was the bear's head through the doggy door, and then it was the meme where it's like unzips pants.
Oh, Christopher Robin. Where are you putting that honey at?
Oh.
Where'd you get all that honey? This would be a great
fan fiction.
No, this would be a great like transition to like a honey ad.
Yeah, we need a honey
Sponsored by honey.com. No, we're not. I wish.
I think is honey that coupon thing?
Yeah, it's a free coupon stuff.
Yeah. Honey, you should sponsor us.
That's a pretty easy sponsorship to get.
Yeah. You know the only easier one?
Raid Shadow Legends. Yeah. We're not sponsored by Raid either.
If we get sponsored by Raid, the only Raid sponsorship I will accept is the Raid bug spray.
The new hero in Raid Shadow Legends is a bottle of Raid. There's so many bug. Actually, I have a friend that plays Raid Shadow Legends.
Ew.
And he says it's fun.
Ew.
You played it?
No.
Then you can't judge it.
I can judge it.
I know. I won't.
I can judge the ads.
I won't play it.
I will only play it if they sponsor us.
I will only play it if they add Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Tempting. Too.
It's about drive. It's about power. That's his character. His character bio.
Nice. Ugh.
I don't know. I don't know. We need to get a sponsorship.
We do.
I mean, like not like we actually get any listeners or anything. Bang's not going to sponsor us.
I have a physical addiction to Bang. They need to sponsor us.
You know what? Send the email to their marketing.
I will. I will do that as soon as I get home.
I sent an email to Rockville.
Yeah?
Yeah, and I called them.
Have they responded?
Well, when I called them, the lady said they do not sell sponsorships because she was Indian. I was like, okay, I'm gonna send an email, and then I haven't responded back.
Yeah, I mean,
I didn't know what I was expecting.
Yeah, it's still, even if they don't do sponsorships.
No, they do. They do.
I'm saying, just even if they didn't, you could just do it.
No, like, I want the moolah.
Yeah.
I want the payment for it.
But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that I wish would sponsor us.
Like?
Well, like, I want Hint to actually sponsor us, because you, like, in, like, the buy description, that's the word I'm looking for, of, like, every episode, you put buy Hint water.
Because I am sponsored by Hint Water.
You are, the podcast.
Just not the podcast.
Yes, they need to sponsor the podcast.
Yeah, they do.
You know, Hint would be a good one.
Actually, surprisingly enough, the CEO of Hint Water, Kara Golden, actually asked about this podcast.
Yeah? Did you tell her about it? Or
I haven't sent her an email yet.
Okay, but, like, how did she find out about it? Like,
my father.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
My father actually mentioned that in the podcast, and she said she was interested in it.
Could be a good sponsor.
Could be a good guest.
Oh, that would be an awesome guest, dude. Telling us the story of Hint.
Yeah. We need some good guests on here because
we do.
People.
Life happens. People can't join.
You're not going to get doxxed on the podcast, but you know who you are.
Yeah, there's a few of you. No, we love you guys.
We love you, Patrick.
Yeah, we love you, Patrick.
Shout out to Patrick in New York.
Yeah.
State.
Yeah.
Not to dox you, but like you're in the East.
Yeah.
Our day one listener.
Yep.
And shout out to a girl in Philadelphia.
I don't know if it's Philadelphia. I think it's just Pennsylvania. I never asked her what actual city. So.
Oh, well, shout out to you.
Yeah.
Where's my cheesecake at? Send me a freaking cheesecake.
You know I give her the link every episode ever since her and I became friends. You never
given me an update on my cheesecake.
She's never given me an update on the cheesecake.
Come on the podcast. I want to debate this cheesecake.
We're inviting her onto the podcast.
I don't care. Yeah.
Whenever I send her the link, I will tell her.
No, she has to listen to this.
She has to listen to the whole podcast. Okay.
Yeah, because this is gonna be an hour and a half. If she gets to this point,
yeah.
Well, I'll know. Will she listen to it all? So yeah, come on here, talk to me about why you're not making my cheesecake.
Yeah.
Or send an email to my email, lyndenfox13@gmail.com. But Payton, you want to wrap it up?
Yeah.
It's about that time.
Yeah. Give our few listeners that actually listen to us, a few extra minutes of content.
Yeah, well, we appreciate you all, and
I love how we went from
relationships,
like messing around, to like super serious, to like messing around again, to slightly serious, and then then sponsorships.
Well, it's just how this podcast goes.
And I love it for that.
And, I love doing this podcast.
I will be emailing Bang.
Dude, if they sent you bangs, I think you'd die.
Oh yeah. I mean, it is water to me at this point.
No, your body's built for it now, right? Yeah. All right. Well, if anything else, we'll talk to you guys later. Go out and be great.